The list of things that Sigma guys hate is long, from squandering time to being surrounded by idiots. A Sigma man can be easily irritated by a variety of things, and as they prefer their own company to that of others. You will frequently find them by themselves. Although they have a tendency to come across as haughty and conceited, they simply detest wasting time on activities that don't interest them. Welcome back to Potent Logic, gentlemen. Provocative wisdom and guidance for every man. Sigma men are frequently perceived as loners, but in actuality, they simply don't feel the need to be around others all the time. They don't feel the need to be continuously surrounded by others because they're completely pleased with their own company. Even if each Sigma man is unique, they may all agree on a few broad principles. Here are 20 things that Sigma men hate the most. Number 1. Being surrounded by fools. This is undoubtedly one of the key factors behind Sigma guys' preference for solitude. Sigma guys frequently believe they are the only rational people present while a room is filled with idiots. This can be exhausting in addition to being frustrating. They frequently feel that in order to interact with those around them, their standards must be lowered. This can be very unsettling and frequently leaves people feeling alone and alone feeling. They simply can't handle being around people who don't push them intellectually or challenge them. Number 2. Individuals who pretend as Sigma males. They will be able to tell if you pretend to be a Sigma male but don't genuinely fit the mold. When someone tries to act like something they are not, they frequently find it unappealing. It is not only fake, but it is also a waste of time. In an effort to appear more desirable to others, many people strive to act like Sigmas. But nothing could be further from the truth than that. In reality, persons who strive to act like someone they are not frequently turning people off. Therefore, don't strive too hard to act like a Sigma guy if you're not one. Number 3. Illogical presumptions. It drives them nuts when people jump to conclusions that they are illogical. Although they may not genuinely apply to the individual they are attempting to comprehend, many people base their assumptions on their own worldview and experiences. The Sigma man cannot tolerate this lack of critical thinking. They may not express it outwardly, but they frequently privately fume when they come across erroneous assumptions. Not only it is frustrating, but it also makes them question the intelligence of the person making the assumption. The Sigma man can't bear this kind of narrow-mindedness. Number 4. Individuals who exploit others. Males in the Sigma community have a deep sense of justice. They frequently feel compelled to intervene and support people who are the victims of injustices. They are not hesitant to stand up to people who are wrong, which can occasionally put them in danger. Rather than witnessing someone else being mistreated, Sigma guys would rather jeopardize their own safety. This trait is both praiseworthy and perilous because it frequently results in them placing themselves in danger. Sigma males have a tendency to be troublemakers because of this trait, yet they are also exceedingly brave and honorable. Number 5. Doing something simply because. Sigma males frequently struggle to comprehend why people act in certain ways simply because. They would rather do something with a purpose or objective since they view it as a waste of time and energy. They think extremely logical and frequently view the phrase simply because as an absurd defense. Although the need to act with a purpose can occasionally be perceived as a negative trait, it also helps Sigma males to become extremely focused and motivated. They are the kind of people who aren't scared to work hard to accomplish their objectives. Number 6. Constantly explaining themselves. They frequently feel as though they must defend themselves to people around them. This is due to the fact that people frequently misinterpret their motives or actions. Sigma males frequently keep their thoughts and emotions to themselves, which makes them appear mysterious to people around them. Without really getting to know Sigma males, people regularly assume the worst about them. For Sigmas, who feel like they must continuously defend themselves, this can be difficult. Sigma guys frequently follow their own set of norms and aren't concerned with trying to explain themselves to people who don't get it. They would like to simply behave as they please and let their actions speak for themselves. Number 7. being used, or manipulated. Sigma men prefer to be in charge of their own lives versus being ruled by others. Although they are sometimes cut out as control freaks because of this, they would rather be in charge of their own future than have someone else live their life for them. They are extremely independent and self-sufficient despite the fact that they need to be in control, which is frequently viewed as a negative trait. They are the kind of folks who don't mind going against the grain to do things their own way. Sigma guys frequently choose to pave their own way, even if it requires traveling alone. Number 8. Monotony and always doing the same thing. They easily lose interest in activities when they become regular or repetitive. This can be frustrating for those around them as they may always seem to be looking for something new. Sigma males, however, just require diversity and excitement in their life in order to be content. They frequently become bored easily and need to discover new objectives. Although it could seem like a lot of work, Sigma men frequently find the challenge to be energizing and worthwhile. They frequently like activities that challenge their thoughts and keep them alert. Number 9. The absence of Sigma man in the workplace. They obviously make up a minority at work. It can be challenging to discover individuals who share their distinctive viewpoints because there are so few of them. Despite the possibility, it is not always simple for them to find allies among the other workers. They acknowledge that it is not always achievable, but they would rather collaborate with other Sigmas. Since they are the kind of people who don't mind taking charge, Sigma men frequently find themselves in leadership roles. Despite the fact that they are few in number, they are an extremely potent force in the workplace. You guys get that? Potent force? Wink wink. Number 10. Those who talk endlessly. Sigma males find it annoying when others talk non-stop without contributing anything of value. These folks are frequently regarded as being boring and uninteresting by them. Instead of useless small talk, Sigma men prefer in-depth conversations about topics that are significant to them. They frequently find themselves turning out or attempting to flee when surrounded by folks who ramble on incessantly. This can seem like a waste of time, which can be quite frustrating. Number 11. Feeling under pressure to change who they are. They frequently experience pressure to live up to expectations set by society. Due to the fact that it goes against their nature, this can be quite frustrating. Sigma males frequently desire to live alone and hate being forced to be someone they're not. Instead of living up to others' expectations of them, they would much rather be genuine to themselves. Although this can occasionally cause conflict, Sigma guys would rather stick up for their convictions than yield to peer pressure. Number 12. Being criticized for their bold ideas. Sigma males frequently have unique thoughts and don't hesitate to express them. As a result, they may frequently face judgment from people around them. Sigma men simply view the world differently than other individuals, despite what some people may think. They tend to express their minds and defend their beliefs without fear. Sigma males simply don't care what other people think of them, which may be off-putting to others. They don't mind being different and are at ease with who they are. Number 13. Interrupting their alone time. Sigma males often enjoy their alone time and see it as a necessary part of their lives. They use this time to recharge and refocus their energies. When their alone time is interrupted, it can be extremely frustrating. They often value their privacy and don't take kindly to people invading it. They may become withdrawn or even angry when their alone time is disturbed. It is important to respect a Sigma male's need for space and privacy, as it is essential to their well-being. Number 14. Hypocrites and two-faced people. Sigma males can't stand these types of people, seeing them as dishonest and insincere. They often have a hard time trusting those who are not genuine or authentic. This often makes them skeptical of the intentions of others, which, to be honest, is not always a bad thing. While they may have a lot of qualities that some people find off-putting, they're also incredibly loyal, honest, and genuine. They are the type of people you want in your corner, as they will always have your back. Sigma males may not be the life of the party, but they are the ones you want to be on your side when the going gets tough. Number 15. Ignorance. Sigma men have a low tolerance for ignorance and can't stand those who refuse to learn or grow. They would rather be knowledgeable and well-informed than ignorant and blissfully unaware. Sigma males have a strong desire to learn and grow and are often not afraid to admit when they don't know something. Of course, ignorance is often bliss, and some people prefer to remain in the dark. Sigma men often find themselves at odds with these types of people as they can't understand why someone would choose to stay ignorant. While this quality can make Sigma males seem annoying, it also makes them incredibly curious and open-minded. Number 16. Large social gatherings. They often prefer small intimate gatherings to large, loud parties. They often see the latter as a waste of time and energy, and they would rather be around a few close friends than a group of strangers. Sigma men can sometimes come across as shy or introverted, but they would rather be considered introspective than extroverted. Sigma males generally prefer one-on-one interactions or smaller groups. Sigma males usually prefer to stay in the background and observe those around them, rather than being the center of attention. Number 17. The status quo. They see the world as constantly evolving and want to be part of that evolution. They often challenge the status quo and push for change. This can sometimes make them seem like rebels without a cause, but they would rather choose to be innovators than followers. While the need to improve upon the status quo can sometimes be seen as a negative quality, it also makes Sigma males incredibly resilient and adaptable. They are the type of people who are not afraid of change and always look for ways to make things better. Number 18. Mediocrity. They're often unimpressed by mediocrity and often feel like it is a waste of their time. They believe everyone is capable of greatness, and mediocrity is simply a cop-out. They are often driven to achieve greatness and can't understand why others would settle for anything less. This can usually be off-putting to those around them as they may come across as judgmental or elitist. However, Sigma males simply have high standards and expect the best from themselves and others. They're often unimpressed by those who don't push themselves to be the best they can be. Number 19. Wasting time. They often see it as a complete waste of their life force and energy. They would rather be doing something productive or meaningful with their time than wasting it on things that don't matter. This can sometimes make them seem like workaholics, but they would rather be busy than bored. Sigma males have a low tolerance for things they see as a waste of time, which can sometimes be frustrating for those around them. Of course, not everyone shares the same definition of what constitutes a waste of time. What one person may see as a complete waste, another may find it enjoyable. And finally, number 20. Being frequently misunderstood. Sigma males are often misunderstood by those around them. People often mistake their independence of aloofness and their quiet nature for shyness. However, Sigma men are simply people who prefer observing and taking in the information before speaking. This can often be misinterpreted by being stuck up or uninterested. In reality, they are just processing information in a different way than others. While they may not be the life of the party, they are often the ones who are really paying attention to details and can see things that others miss.